Hmm. How many times have I had to sit down in this chair in this room and basically complain about how Houston sports are basically dead right now? How many times have I had to do this and say, "Oh, the shots just keep on coming"? How many times have I had to sit here and say that? A lot. That's how many times. A lot. We'll just say a lot. Okay? It's more than a lot. It's every waking moment now. It's getting to that point. It's almost every waking stinking moment. I'm having to sit down and hear bad news about our sports teams or something like that. Now you know me. I've always been a guy that I've always been a fan who likes to. I like to think that even though there's a lot of bad things going on, there's still hope for these teams. And it's hard. It's hard to keep that hope. And I still have that hope, but come on. I mean, come on. This is this is out of control. This is out of control. I don't get it. I knew we would lose George Springer. I knew we'd probably lose Michael Brantley. But to the same stinking team, really? Really? That's how it's going to be. Okay. All right. If that's how it's going to be. Okay. Really, really hitting deep here, baseball. Oh. Now, yes, I understand. George Springer and Michael Brantley probably wanted more than the Astros could have ever offered them. But to lose them to the same team, in a span of what, 12 hours? Last night when I went to bed, I got that bad news that George Springer went to the Blue Jays. I didn't sleep good because he'd been with us for 6 stinking years. 6 years. 6 wonderful years. Then I'm minding my business. I'm on my break. I'm feeling better. I'm getting into the process of getting over Springer. And then my dad comes at me with another bombshell. Michael Brantley went to the Blue Jays. I'm sorry. Sorry. May have misheard you there. Um, what did you say? Michael Brantley went to the Blue Jays too. With George Springer. Yeah. Oop, sorry. Oh God. I can't. Ugh. It's it's sad to see these guys go, but it's even more like heartbreaking to see them go to a team that's probably now going to be a contender because they signed these two. Look at the Blue Jays offense now. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Bo Bichette, George Springer, Michael Brantley, Teoscar Hernandez, Kevin Biggio. I mean, come on. Who else? Yuli's brother. Forgot his name. Oh, it hurts. It really hurts because both of these guys, even though George Springer's been here freaking, or yeah, what, four more years than Michael Brantley was with us, huh? We got Michael Brantley in 18, right? After the 18th season, 2019, 2020, he was an Astro, right? Okay, we George Springer 4 more years than Michael Brantley, and yet somehow I'm more sad about the Brantley thing. Probably because I thought we had a better chance of re-signing Michael Brantley than we did George Springer. But no, he's gone to the same team. Same team. You may think I'm overreacting. You may think the Blue Jays deserve this right now. I can't disagree with you, but at the same time, I can't agree with you. I try to keep my calm on this channel. I really do. But when it comes to things like this, I can't be expected to keep my calm all the time. Now I understand. I'm sure some of you are probably saying right now, well, they weren't going to re-sign Springer or Brantley. Yeah, I understand that, and I've already stated that I'm over that part. I knew we were going to lose them, probably. But when it comes to a team that is, well, how do I say this? When it comes to a team that is full of such young talent and they've been signing these big guys lately, Hyunjin Ryu, I can't remember if they signed Robbie Ray. If they did, I don't know. Kirby Yates yesterday, George Springer, it's giving me a headache. Goodness. Now, yes, I do feel good for the Jays right now. Yes, they are getting some really good talent here. And you can't sit there and say that they're not going to be like a not contender now. They will be. Honestly, they will be. This is good for the Jays, but at the same time, it's gut-wrenching to me because I'm an Astros fan. And to get this horrid news, to be an Astros fan, to get this horrid news is just another wound almost. And I don't want to basically like promote, "Oh, feel bad for me. You should all feel horrible for me. I should have pity. Pity me." No, I don't want to do that. I just want I want to sit here and tell you that it's just not easy. It's not easy to go through this, but I'm spoiled. I've gotten spoiled because I grew up in a generation where Houston sports was actually good at first, but the last year it's gone just like that, a plane crash. You have the Texans, an embarrassment to football. You have the Rockets. Not going to be good for a few years, but they might be a contender soon. So I'm going to give them a break. Then you have the Astros, which are basically the heart and soul of Houston sports right now. To have this, it's like knocking down a gigantic, strong tree almost. That's basically what it is. The Astros were our big tall tree. Astros were up here, Rockets were down here, Texans were way down here. And now it's kind of evened out between the Rockets and the Astros a little bit. Am I saying that the Astros aren't a contender anymore? No. Astros are definitely still a contender. So to anyone that's still saying, oh, because they lost Springer and Brantley, they're not going to the playoffs or anything. That's not true. I could still see the Astros going to the playoffs. I still see that as a huge possibility. But at the same time, you're losing two guys that helped you make these runs. I mean, Michael Brantley and George Springer had two of the highest averages out of the whole Astros team. Jose Altuve did not have a good 2020 season. Alex Bregman didn't have a good 2020 season. Who else? I mean, we have some good news going into 2021. Yordan Alvarez is coming back. We have Carlos Correa, who's on his contract year, of course. But we can re-sign him, which they need to re-sign Carlos Correa right now. You have him who's coming out of a good 2020 season, probably his best season yet. You have Alex Bregman, who has basically acknowledged his unworthlessness in the 2020 season, and he's like, I want to work on that. And then you have Jose Altuve, who was awesome in the playoffs. You can work with these guys. Yordan Alvarez has tons and tons and tons of power. And you don't have, and your pitching is not bad. It's not bad. Sure, Justin Verlander might not return to be an Astro anymore, but our pitching was not that bad last season. So I feel like our pitching can survive. We got a few good arms or decent arms from the Dodgers and the Marlins. Ryan Stanek, I don't know much about him, but I do know about Pedro Baez, and that's a guy that I want to see in an Astros jersey as soon as possible. It's just to think of the Astros. When you think about Astros, you always think of Altuve, Springer, Brantley, Bregman, Correa. Big five. Now it's Alvarez, Altuve, Bregman. Well, not even Brantley. I almost said Brantley. Alvarez, Altuve, Bregman, Correa, and I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Kyle Tucker. Yeah, that's basically our big five right now. And Kyle Tucker, I feel like Kyle Tucker can he can wear George Springer. He can fill George Springer's shoes if he can improve, because he didn't have a bad 2020 season, but he didn't have a very like all-star season per se. And it's just I feel good for Toronto right now. I do. I didn't think that they would sign in Toronto though, because it's kind of like a big move for those guys, and I know that they want to play closer to home. And I didn't want, I didn't want them going somewhere where they didn't feel comfortable with moving to that place. But they signed, so that's their decision. I feel good for the Blue Jays right now. I feel good for another team. By the way, I keep forgetting. Can someone text me in the chat? Are the Blue Jays in the same division as the Yankees? If they are, I'm going to go crazy. Are they? I can't remember. I think it's Yankees, Red Sox, Blue Jays, and Rays. And then some other team. Yes, they are. Yes! Yes. Okay, good. The Yankees are in trouble. I don't care if they got Corey Kluber. I don't care. Corey Kluber went way downhill last 2 seasons. Oh, yeah. That's going to feel good. That's going to feel really good to get back at the Yankees. And if there's any Yankee fans that want to come and talk trash, go ahead. You know what happened in 2020. You know that you didn't even get past the divisional. And you do realize that kind of stood a better chance than you did against the Rays, honestly. Quite honestly. Now, first 3 games against the Rays, we got unlucky. Now, I'm being completely honest here. If you watch the Rays and Astros series, you should know that the Rays got lucky time and time and time again. They were making these outstanding plays by guys I've never heard of because I wasn't big on the Rays. But now I see the Rays as a contender, although they've lost some big names in their team this season. But if the Rays didn't get as lucky as they did sometimes, the Astros would have definitely made it to the World Series, without a doubt. And guess who was favored to win the World Series in 2020? The New York Yankees. I'll rant about the Yankees. I don't care. That is a team that I will go on and on and on and on about. And I don't care. I'm happy. That division is getting better. Someone is standing up to the Yankees. Rays already stood up to them. They eliminated them, destroyed them in the regular season, and eliminated them in the playoffs. Now you got the Blue Jays, who have got, good Lord, all of this young leverage, and now you've got these all-star caliber players coming in. So, yes, the Blue Jays now stand a chance. And they made it to the playoffs last season, but they got destroyed. But with that being said, they now stand a chance. Now, I don't know. I don't know if anyone really stands in the way of the Dodgers. That's who I also want to see the Dodgers suffer too. The Yankees and the Dodgers have made a very powerful enemy with me. Now, yes, you're just a fan. What can you do? I knew a lot of things that you don't know about. I don't know. I'm getting off topic here. But anyways, I I just wanted to come on here. I wanted to whine and I wanted to basically congratulate the Jays, even though I'm feel like I'm gonna throw up. This is a devastating loss for the Astros. It's heartbreaking because we've gotten used to these guys so much, and we've gotten used to their basically everything. We basically know these guys better than anybody, and the Blue Jays are now going to have two guys that they get to get used to. The same two guys that we got used to for 6 years and 2 years. George Springer is going to be a free agent after his 12th year in the MLB, unless the Jays trade him. Michael Brantley, I don't know how long he signed with the Jays. I think he went to him for 3 years. Michael Brantley is going to be a free agent after his 13th, 14th year in the majors. So wow, whoa, that's gonna be interesting. I don't know. It's just sad. It's very sad to see these guys go. I'm gonna miss George Springer. I'm gonna miss Michael Brantley. These were two of our best players. Um, I did, and I see what y'all are saying. Yes, I actually did expect Springer to go to the Mets. I thought they had the most interest, but then I heard that the Mets weren't willing to offer him what he wanted, and I was like, George, sorry, buddy, we're not paying you $175 million. I don't care how long it is. That is way too much. No, the Astros are definitely still contenders. I see them as contenders. And if they're not going to be contenders this year, they'll be contenders next year. I mean, let's name our top 10 guys. Jose Altuve, Carlos Correa, Justin Verlander, Zach Greinke, Alex Bregman, Yuli Gurriel, Jordan Alvarez, Framber Valdez, who had a stellar 2020 season, Kyle Tucker, Jose Urquidy, Martin Maldonado, Christian Javier, and then you got all these other guys who are halfway decent. Besides Josh James. I still don't like Josh James. But you still have these young guys who can lead you to another possible championship in the future. The goal of Houston right now is to move on. We've already moved on from James Harden. We've moved on from Russell Westbrook. We've moved on from basically everybody. And, now we just got to move on from George Springer and Michael Brantley, which is going to be, way, 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 way harder because these guys were a lot more loyal. And, I mean, yes, it probably wasn't loyal to go to another team, but, most MLB players are going to take whatever they can get out of a signing. So, it's not surprising. I could definitely see the Astros making another World Series in the next few years. I think, honestly, They just need to They just need to extend Carlos Correa. Maybe make some big trades at the trade deadline this year or next year. Maybe go get someone to replace either Brantley or Springer. Because I mean, even if you don't replace one of those guys, you still have Kyle Tucker, that free agent that you got, and then maybe Aledmus Diaz or Miles Straw. So that's not bad. But no, you just need to go get at least one guy to replace one of those guys. You need to at least replace one of them. That's the Astros' goal this offseason. And the offseason's almost over. I don't know. We'll see about this. It's weird. It's weird seeing all these players go. It's like a year ago Houston was stacked. Now we're like kind of the jar's emptying a little bit. That'd be hilarious if I don't think the Blue Jays are going to Trevor Bauer. First of all, they won't be able to pay him. Second of all, he's a cheater. Third, I don't think George Springer and Michael Brantley would want to play with him because I don't think they like him very much. Besides Michael Brantley, George Springer doesn't like Trevor Bauer. Probably because Trevor Bauer loves to make fun of the Astros when he himself used substances to boost his stats. Did anyone hear about that, by the way? Blue Jays fans, if you want to brag at the Astros fans, that's fine. I'm not going to stop you. That's fine. Y'all have been your baseball team has been very active this offseason, so I won't stop you. But don't get your hopes up, though. That's all I'm going to say. And I mean that in the best way. Do not get your hopes up. Because the Yankees have done this. They've taken big players from different teams. They got Garrett Cole. They got Corey Cole. It just doesn't matter. They boosted their team up here. And yet they can't even get to the ALCS or the World Series. So Blue Jays fans, don't get your hopes up just yet. Just yet. For this year, I don't, and I'm saying it once again, saying this in the best way possible, I wouldn't count on a World Series championship. Like, I wouldn't count on a World Series win, at least. I could count on a World Series if I was a Blue Jays fan this year. Not a win, though. Next year, of course, that's when you can count on a World Series win. Because then Springer and Brantley will be settled in. They'll know where they are. Your free agent, basically all the free agents you signed this offseason in 2022, they will be happy. They will be happy where they are. But your main goal, Blue Jays, here's your main goal. Eliminate the Yankees at all costs. Don't fail me. Don't fail me. Eliminate the Yankees. Get rid of them. Because year after year after year after year after year after year, the Yankees have been favored to win the World Series. Has it happened? And what, the last 10 years? Has it? Has it happened? Have they? Whenever they've been favored in the last, 15 years? Huh? No, it hasn't. It might have happened when they weren't favored, but hasn't happened when they were. And that usually does happen, though. Although, yeah, Astros were favored to win the 2020 World Series, and, well, they weren't. They were favored to win the 2019 World Series, and they didn't. But they did get to the World Series. The Yankees didn't even get to the World Series in 2020. Astros, we're going to move on from this. We will get over this, no matter how painful it might be. Hopefully, maybe we can go get someone to replace George Springer, Michael Brantley, Marcell Ozuna. That's really the only outfielder I can name right now because I don't know how many people are off the market. Um, I have no interest whatsoever in Trevor Bauer or any of these pitchers because they just don't appeal to me, especially Trevor Bauer. I don't like Trevor Bauer. Um, yes, it's true. The Blue Jays are probably now the king of the North. Raptors are going downhill a little bit. Um, wait, does Canada have a football team? I don't think Canada has a football team, but you know, yes, definitely. Blue Jays are now a very good big contender. Okay, I got a free agent list right now. Current free agent list. Trevor Bauer, JT Realmuto, Marcelo Zuna, Marcus Semien, Nelson Cruz, Didi Gregorius, Masahiro Tanaka, and James Paxton are the top 8. Um, I don't. We're not getting Trevor Bauer. We're not getting JT Realmuto. I could see us getting Marcelo Zuna. We're not getting Marcus Semien. Nelson Cruz is a long shot. Didi Gregorius, definitely not. And then those other two, don't even bother. So, really, yeah. Just Blue Jays. This is, I already told you my message, so I'm going to tell it to you one more time. Eliminate the Yankees. That is your job this year, at least. Or if you don't eliminate them, beat them in your division. Win that division, and your job is done. So, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to win the 2021 AL. I'm terrible with standings. Okay, win the AL East and at least get to the ALDS. I'm not expecting ALCS. If you don't, that's fine. But just at least get to the ALDS. Make sure you win that division. Okay, so I think I'm going to end here. It's been a rough couple of hours for me. It's going to be hard to let these guys go, but life goes on. As a great man once said, a crushing blow, yes. Will I get over it? No. But life goes on. So that is going to wrap it up, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, George Springer and Michael Brantley are headed to the Blue Jays as they both pair up with each other once again. It has been a very crazy offseason. Will the Astros get somebody big to end the offseason? I don't know. Hopefully, Marcelo Zuna. If they get Marcelo Zuna, I'll be happy. I'll be content. So, once again, thanks for tuning in. If you did like the stream, if you tuned in and you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. We're gonna try to hit 50 subscribers by the end of January. We're almost there. So once again, like and subscribe and comment down below your thoughts. What do you think of the George Springer and Michael Brantley signings? Were you content with where they went? And if you're a Blue Jays fan, how hyped are you for this 2021 season? So, like, subscribe, comment. I will see you later, Astros fans, Houston fans, sports fans, Jays fans. Go Astros and Blue Jays. All right, bye, guys.